Eamon O'Carroll, your thoughts after Bradford ended the regular season with a 9-try rout of Swinton and a 50 points to 0 win?
Yeah, I just thought it was a real professional performance from the group. I was really happy with our attitude and our intent, and how we went after that. I think we needed a game like that. That was really tough, for people that are here to see. It was a real physical encounter, and I think we needed that. We've had 2 games now that were quite like that. Halifax and that going into the playoffs. I think that's what you need. So, really happy with our attitude, but particularly our defensive attitude.
Going into next week's playoff game with a win is good, but the manner of the performance must please you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and look, there's parts of that game where we were a bit erratic and loose at times, but they wasn't as much as what the good parts were, which is really pleasing. So it's important that we show that, reinforce it. So this is what we're going to need for playoff rugby. And we need to cut the other bits out. So yeah, I thought we lacked patience at times, but again, there's probably 2 or 3, maybe even 4 there where we did that. Where we can do better, but I think that's great for us going into the playoffs.
You use the word erratic. It certainly appeared to be a little bit erratic at times, especially in the opening 3 or 4 sets. Yeah,
I think so. We'll lack some patience there. I think towards the back end of the game as well, we've made a few changes. We bring Jordan off, we moved Tyre in, which weren't a plan. Zach Fulton comes off and move Harvey Making to the back row. We thought did a good job. So there was a bit of, there's an element there of disruption in terms of the team, what it looked like. But I said to the group, I'm not at half time, I'm not bothered about our attack here. I want to see how we defend, and regardless of who players were and what position, that doesn't matter. It's about your attitude, and I thought our attitude to defend was really good. Even they broke us there on a play, which is disappointing, but everyone ran back to get an intercept. I think we give a penalty away on it, but our willingness to get back and work when we were probably 40 points up there, that's what I want to see from the group. And then we were defending our line probably a minute to go there, and we just looked really connected.
Just on that defence and its ferociousness, the intensity and the effort, and it's not just about in your own 20 metre line. I think in that first half, Swinton only had the ball in Bradford's 20 metre line just one set of 6. Such was that intensity and focus on that defensive effort.
Yeah, well, I think what complements that is our discipline. A lot got brought up about that. During the season, I think the boys have worked extremely hard on that. And what we're seeing now is we're getting some field position. We're complementing that with some good yardage defence, and we're probably getting some good ball sets a little bit earlier in the game than what you normally do. And that's where that that little bit of we're pulling the trigger too much when we don't really need to. So it's been a big focus for us. But the boys are working hard on what we want to do, and obviously there was some changes there today, so I was really pleased with the lads that came in and got some minutes.
Of the changes that you made 4 of them. Jaden Ockenbaugh, Kevin Ackle, Michael Lawrence, Lee Gaskell, were those just rested, or is there something up with any of those?
No, well, we needed to be smart with Gaskell because he's had a real disrupted year, so we wanted to make sure that he's come back and played a couple of 80-minute games, one of them on a 4G, one of them on a real bog. So we just wanted to be smart with him. And then the other boys, they've had some ongoing issues where they've been playing, so we've seen it as an opportunity to make a few changes.
In terms of Jared Sammett's performance with Jordan Lilly, does that give you some potential headaches moving forward?
Yeah, there's a few, not just in the spine, but I'm really happy we're in that position. Me and Nobby just said that walking down from the box. I challenged the group. It was the last thing I said to him when I walked out. This is I named my team on Friday, and I just said this is opportunity now, and I want to see people take it, and they've done that. So I'm glad now I'll have a sleepless night thinking about the team, and but we'll make the right decision.
How important was Tom Holmes' performance under that high bomb? I think he dealt with everything that Jordy Gibson, Jack Stevens sent up into the air this afternoon. Yeah,
for me, clear man of the match, and I think he's been building up to that. I think he's fantastic. I said that to him before the game. Everything that he's doing at the minute, it's easy to forget what he's been through this year, and I think it's credit to him for the way he's applied himself and got back to his best. So I still think there's more from him, which is really exciting. So Holmes will keep getting better, and he looks confident, he looks happy, and he's a competitor.
Now he's got that security and the deal, do you think that's been a bit of a boost for him as well?
I don't know, because during that period we were having conversations, and it was clear we wanted to keep him. So there was just a few conversations going on there, so I think he actually handled that pretty well. So I'm not too sure on that, and maybe want to ask him.
We've mentioned this numerous times, Eamon, but 25 minutes in, you're bringing on Evan Skur, Franklin Pele. They really do carry that side, and it almost like more coals on the furnace, and Swinton just couldn't deal with that.
Yeah, I think you look at the way they carried the ball, it was great. I was just happy with the defensive attitude today. I thought they were really controlling what they did, moved really well off the ball. They tested us a couple of times with some inside plays and we were there to clean it up, and they were involved in that. So again, Evan's probably similar to Holmesy. I thought he's close to man at match. Some of the things that he was doing now, he was carrying the ball, some real selective offloads. Even when it looked like they were putting 4 in on him and he was ripping out of tackles, playing the ball quick. So I think he had a really good game. But I'm more happy with his defence. I thought his defensive attitude was fantastic, as was Franklin's.
Just on Franklin Pelly, we've seen it again this afternoon. 4 or 5 Swinton defenders just not able to stop him. How much of a useful asset is that?
He really simplified his game today, and I think he understood what his strength is. We spoke to him about, obviously, because people are struggling to tackle him, how much they're hanging off the ball. So I just said, don't worry about it, just play the ball. If it means they're set, I'm not bothered. He'll continue to take juice out of the defence, and again, I thought he had a great game today.
Max Lehman, when he signed, there was a lot of focus on his speed, his pace. I think we've seen that probably for the first time this afternoon. The 100-metre effort, obviously a bit of a high risk with Tom Holmes passing on the inside with Dan Abram potentially looking to intercept, but it was a move that came off and a real eye-catching score.
Yeah, it was selective. I was happy that Tom did that. We don't want him to be someone who just carries the ball back. We challenge him to do that and to be in position to be able to do that. I think that's really important. So I was really happy that they put that play on. The key to that was they executed it really well.
Just on that sort of final 20 minutes, 15 minutes to go, we see Samet go for a drop goal that's missed. We see a crossfield kick on tackle 2 which goes into touch.
Yeah.
Is that going to be an area of concern, a bit of focus this week?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that will keep us humble. Like, we can't be doing that, so we need to be better there. Gives us something to look at. But yeah, just probably got a little bit giddy there when we didn't need to.
Has everybody come through unscathed? Everyone okay?
Yeah, Zach got a little bit of a bang, but we took him off just precaution. Other than that, everyone came through fine.
What does this next week look like, Eamon? Because obviously, regular season done and dusted now. The playoffs are here. You know your opponent, opposition. It's going to be Featherstone. A real tough physical game. That was.
Yeah, we've had two real tough games against them, so I'm on the route to be excited. We'll do some things around this week and make sure they're energised and ready to go. These games look after himself, mate. The biggest one will be making sure that we pick the right team, manage the boys that are in there, know that they've still got a huge part to play for us. We're going to have to be very good.
How important will home advantage in that game do you feel then?
Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure if I'm honest with you. I think I just want to be more excited about that we're in the playoffs. We've had a good pre-season. One of the boys actually said to me, and I didn't think of it this way, but we finished highest out of all the part-time teams. But I want to make that count now. I just said to the boys, well done, you finished 3rd. Great performance, reference the 0, but we're not doing it, so we need to make sure that we're.
I'm kind of guessing that's going to be the message leading into this week's playoff game against Featherstone. The hard work really does start now. Yeah,
it does. Well, it started a long time ago. We've been building. I think we've been getting certain areas of our game right. There's clearly when we watch that back, there'll be some areas that we need to improve on. But I think we're valuing our effort areas, our kick chase, what we're doing off the ball, those things that really matter, and that's what it takes in playoff rugby. You see them games last night. Too much technical in there. It's all about effort and intent, and you have to get the technical bits right. Of course you do, but you can't miss the first bit.
If you had to give marks out of 10, Eamon, how many would you give for today's performance?
Yeah, good question. Probably break that up in terms of our defence. I'd say an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we've got the 0, which is great. An 8 is a good score. Thought we got loose a couple of times around the ruck, but seemed to deal with it okay. So that was one thing I challenged him with at half time. And our attack, I'd say probably a 7. I know we scored some nice tries, but probably just that little bit that Mick referenced there knocked him down a little bit.
You mentioned patience and discipline earlier when Mick was asking you, but obviously you're on the right end of the penalty count by quite a large margin, would you imagine, in the end?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was.
Certainly 5-1 first half at one stage.
Yeah, I think normally when you're the dominant team, that you should go that way, and I think we've had a few this year where we have been the dominant team and come on the wrong side of it as well. So I'll have a good look at that tonight and see where we're at. But there's a bigger picture there. I think what we're creating and what we managed to stop today was the reason why we're probably on the right side of it.